Our coverage proudly brought to you by Davis Crushed Stone, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Denny's Carpet, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, Prosser Career Education Center. Get ready for the excitement, the rivalries, and the hometown pride. It's Real Country 96.9 WKLO, your home for local sports.
Going on the road is always toughest in a rivalry. Two teams are renewing their local rivalry showdown tonight. Welcome to our high school boys basketball broadcast here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online at WKLO96.9.com or 96.9.com, on the WKLO 96.9 YouTube channel, and on your Alexa. We welcome you to our Davis Crushed Stone pregame show. We hope you're having a great Saturday night. Alongside our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. Come on in for this gathering of family, friends, and fans. The Corydon Central Panthers, 11-2 on the season, are looking to bounce back from a prior road loss, taking on the Crawford County Wolfpack, who are 7-7 here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County High School here in the town of Marengo. Crawford County played last night, went on the road in Patoka Lake Athletic Conference action, taking on the Orleans Bulldogs, and the Wolfpack came away with a 62-35 loss to the Bulldogs, who have now won 5 in a row as they head to Lanesville tonight. The Wolfpack, though, have been off to a positive start this year, more so than in recent years. They've already won as many games this season as they won in the entire 2022-2023 season. The 7-7 start, the best that the Wolfpack have had for a few years, and they've seen a lot of positive signs under first-year head coach Jonathan Bowles, the 2010 Crawford County graduate, back returning to his alma mater to lead this program and trying to build on the success and the culture that John Hayes was able to establish here in Wolfpack country. The Wolfpack have lost 3 in a row entering tonight, but they're a team that is shown to be very determined. They're a hungry team, and they will come in tonight with a lot of determination into this matchup. Crawford County so far has been paced with the sophomore guard, Braxton Bowman. He leads the team with about 26 points per contest. He also leads the team in assists, steals, and deflections on the season. Meanwhile, senior forward Brody Fish is the leader in rebounding for Crawford County, averaging about 6 per game on the season. Senior forward Levi Richardson is the leader in block shots with 11 on the season, and junior guard Ian Sturgeon, despite his slight frame, he has been willing to take charges this year. He's taken a team-high 7 so far for the Wolfpack on this campaign. Crawford County, a team that wants to get up and down the floor with Coach Bowles, and they have had success with that throughout the season. And on the defensive end of the floor, they're going to try to put pressure on their opponents, especially in the half court with how they defend in their man-to-man. The Corydon Central Panthers have started the calendar year with a 3-1 record, winning at Southwestern Hanover, then winning at home over Rock Creek Academy on January 3rd and January 7th, respectively. Had a rescheduled game at Floyd Central that they lost on the road 66-55, and just the second setback of the year for the Panthers. They also lost at home to Jasper back in December, right before Christmas. And the Panthers, though, were able to bounce back and got a big win over a good Meade County team from across the river last night, 75-64 the final there. The Panthers were down 12-0 early in the contest, but they were able to scratch their way back into that matchup and came away with a double-digit win against a high-powered offense in the Green Wave from Meade County. Senior wing Jack Fessel continues to lead the team in scoring. Grant Lindeman right behind him. They're both averaging just a little over 16 points per game. Fessel at 16.3, Lindeman at 16.1. Jack is also the leading rebounder on the team. Lindeman is leading the team in assists and steals on the season so far. Ben Groover has been the leader in deflections and blocks for the Panthers, who will look to bring their strong defensive effort on the road tonight. Going to look to run efficient offense here on the road as well. And they're going to try to do what they couldn't do 2 years ago, and that was get a win here. The last time they played in this building, they lost in an upset 39-37 when they got outplayed against the Wolfpack. The Panthers going to try to avoid that same fate tonight. Had the chance to talk to both teams' head coaches before tonight's matchup. I talked with Crawford County head coach Jonathan Bowles and Corydon Central head coach Joseph Hinton. You'll hear from both coaches coming up on the other side of this break. Here from Ron Ferguson Gymnasium in Marengo This is the Davis Crush Stone pregame show. Davis Crush Stone located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your crushed stone, lime, and aggregate needs, call Davis Crush Stone at 812-347-2707. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
At First Harrison, the Banking Butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. If you need to borrow money for a home loan, car loan, even loans for boats, RVs, you name it, First Harrison Bank will get you competitive rates with fast, local decisions. Apply online at firstharrison.com. The Banking Butler. It's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We continue along with our Davis Crush Stone pregame show here on 96.9 WKLO. Crawford County hosting Corydon Central tonight, and with us now is head coach Jonathan Bowles of the Wolfpack. His team getting ready to face the Panthers. Of course, we'll delve into that matchup here momentarily. But, Coach Bowles, here you are back home at Crawford County after 5 years at Springs Valley. And so what did it mean for you to come back here to the place where you came up as not just a basketball player, but as a student as well?
Yeah, kind of a dream come true. I think when you get into this, it's like any career. You kind of have dreams on where you want to get to, and everybody's dream job is a little bit different. I always dreamed of doing this later in my career, coming back home, but, the opportunity came available, and felt like our family, it was good timing and everything, and, got my wife's blessing, of course, and after that, the rest was history. And Coach Brock, it's great to work with him. Miss Stroud, our principal, great to work with her as well, and just really happy to be here.
Well, of course, you spent the last 5 years at Springs Valley, got your first head coaching experience there. So what from that experience has kind of helped you as you've gotten started here at Crawford County?
Yeah, I think you find out early on in your career what works, what doesn't, and I definitely had my fair share of struggles, and stuff that I knew that you don't want to do, but there was also a lot of great memories, and very thankful for my time at Springs Valley, and we'll never forget them for giving me my first opportunity, and we were able to get a sectional championship there, so that was special for the community, and definitely just something that we would like to get here going at Crawford County.
Well, and of course, here at Crawford County, you've inherited a team that has a mix of youth and experience on this roster. So what's it been like working with these guys so far here in the season?
Yeah, one thing about it is, you go back to the summer, we did a lot more in the summer than they have ever done. And, our kids were all about it. They were excited about putting in the extra time. They were excited about going to team camp. And, I think I kind of contribute that to helping us get off to such a good start, like we did. These kids work extremely hard, have great energy. They bring it in practice. We're just working on getting more consistent is kind of the missing piece right now.
Yeah, and I noticed you have a few seniors on your roster, too, this year, and a couple of guys who are returnees with varsity experience this year. So who do you look to for leadership on this team?
Yeah, we try to do it by committee. Brody Fish, who was a quarterback for us, too. We've kind of leaned on him to lead us. Levi Richardson, who's just an outstanding kid. He actually won the Lilly Scholarship for Crawford County. We've kind of looked to him a little bit, to lead us. And then, whether he wants to be or not, Braxton Bowman is a leader. So we're trying to teach him on how to lead. It's not always, we can't just have him leading by action, and he does do that. He's one of the hardest workers we have. He's in the gym by himself all the time, but he's got to be more vocal. And, that's a work in progress, and I know that's asking a lot for a sophomore, but when you look at how much basketball he has played, whether it be, all last year on the varsity level or on the AAU circuit, on the underarm circuit, he's played more basketball than myself, he's been around a lot of games. So he knows basketball really well, watches a lot of basketball. So we really need him to kind of step up into that leadership position.
Well, and as far as what you guys like to do, style of play, offensively, defensively, what do you try to do out there on the court?
Well, we're still trying to develop that identity, but what we would like to do is we would like to push the pace a little bit, get out and run. We feel like our guys are more comfortable doing that. Braxton kind of leading the way with that. He's definitely a lot more comfortable out in the open court and running. And, it's harder for teams to find him in transition than it is, in the half court. So that's what we would prefer, but that's hard to do, some nights, against a good disciplined team like we faced Orleans. It's hard to speed them up. They're just so fundamentally sound. Coach Bradley does a good job over there. And then tonight, you're going up against, probably the most athletic team that we will play all season. And with the, everybody that's going to play, just great shooters. And that makes it hard. But, we kind of use games like this to help us in the future. And this is definitely, we're not going to face much better than this. This is a caliber team of a Paoli, of a Providence, and can kind of help us if we are to face one of those teams in sectional play.
Yeah, and I was going to say, too, this is probably, as far as your competition, the most challenging weekend you've had up to this point, with Orleans last night and Corydon tonight. So you're definitely going to find out a lot about your team after this weekend for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a lot of times, we as coaches, we as players, we get caught up into defining success as just results. And, that's something that we've been working on, is redefining what success looks like. It's not, you can have some success even if you lose, and you can get something out of those. You can learn a lot from that, because, we tell these guys all the time, this is high school basketball. This is teaching you what of the struggles that you're going to face in life, and how you respond to those failures. That's what makes, what type of man you're going to be. And, we've been preaching that. We're going to continue to preach that.
Well, and as far as your matchup tonight with Corydon, you mentioned their athleticism. What else stands out to you about this matchup with the Panthers tonight?
Well, all starters, they can shoot, the three ball. And we haven't faced a team like that. And then they have three really elite shooters in Lideman, Fessel, and Murphy. And then Groover and McCarty are just, really freak athletes. And then they bring Withers off the bench, and, he can really stroke it. They're gonna throw athlete out there after athlete and really not lose a whole lot, when they sub. They're very deep. So that's a big difference. Some of our teams that we have faced, not all five guys can shoot the three ball like that, but this team definitely can. And another big thing with them is you got to be able to guard the dribble drive, because, that's kind of what they do. They're looking to get to the rim, and if you help out too much, they're going to kick it out for three, and they're very good at that. They don't run a lot of set pieces because they don't have to. They just kind of play basketball. And then you got to be able to defend the ball screen, because they're going to set a lot of those. So, we got to make sure that our communication is there on those ball screens. We got to make sure we're stunting on those drives and getting back to shooters.
And as far as the Wolfpack go health-wise coming in, everybody available, ready to go tonight?
Yeah, we got everybody available. Again, we're just looking to take a step forward. I felt like our effort was there last night. I felt like our energy was there. We got to execute better. And, one thing that hurt us last night were live ball turnovers. And if you do that versus Corydon tonight, they're really going to exploit you. And, we can't do that tonight.
Well, Coach Bowles, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Wolfpack have a good game here at home with Corydon tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan Bowles, Crawford County head coach. He's with us here in our Davis Crushstone pregame show. Stay with us. We got Coach Hinton coming up next. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball here on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
We continue along. It's our Davis Crushstone pregame show here on 96.9 WKLO. Corydon Central on the road tonight, taking on Crawford County in a local rivalry matchup. We'll talk about that here in just a moment with Corydon Central head coach Joseph Hinton as the Panthers get set for this matchup tonight. And Joe, last time, of course, we got to see you guys win the Perry Spencer tournament down at Heritage Hills, and since then, you guys have played, I think, 4 games since that point in time. So what have you seen from your team here as you started into 2026?
You know, we've had our ups and downs. I thought we started out pretty hot, playing against a good Southwestern team. And we're going up there and beating them the way that we did is really hard to do. I mean, they're a well-coached team and a very balanced team that can shoot the ball. Played Rock Creek. That was a good tune-up game for us. They have a lot of athletes and a lot of kids that are pretty good at what they do. And, you can't take any team lightly, And then we ran into a speed bump there against Boyd. We didn't play our best game by any means. A lot of factors that played into that, but we didn't let it stop us from getting back to work. And, we played a really tough Meade County team last night, and I thought our boys played tremendously well, played together, and we're able to get the job done against them. And I thought that was a really good bounce-back game, especially after losing one to Floyd Central in the fashion that we did. Our guys got down last night, 12-0, I think, at one point, but they really stuck together. They really fought it through, and I really saw them take accountability for their way they were playing and the actions they were doing. And, it was a really good game to win against a really tough team, and couldn't be more proud of how they bounced back last night.
Yeah, and I know you guys have kind of had your schedule spread out, too. You've had a couple of games here or there throughout the schedule to this point, flipping the calendar, but you guys have played some pretty good competition so far and playing teams that you hope get you ready for the postseason later on.
Absolutely. We have faced some opponents now in this part of the season going to get us ready for down the road. Meade County is one of those teams playing Floyd at Floyd. Very tough. Heritage Hills, not Perry Spencer championship. We've had some tough games. And it gets you ready at the end. You're not going to win every single one of them. I mean, you got to hope you're going to win every single one of them. And you got to prepare like you are. But at the end of the day, if you learn from your mistakes and you learn from the situations you're a part of, it's going to make you better when it matters. And when it matters is March.
No doubt. Well, of course, last night you mentioned being down 12-0 against Meade County at home. So what was it that kind of helped you guys get back into that matchup against the Green Wave?
I thought bringing the energy, we came out really flat. We let them shoot a couple uncontested three-point shots that, I think they hit their first 3 or 4 threes that they took. Offensively, we just didn't look like we were interested in being on the court. But I think once they got punched in the mouth and they took some accountability on that, they really got after it. And you could hear it from the way they were talking to each other, the way they were communicating out there on the floor. And they basically said, let's go. This is time. We start out flat. That's on us. Let's get it back. And they did that, And kids made some tough plays last night. Every single one of the guys that got in made some good plays for us, gave us some good minutes, Some crazy things happened, like Lindemann hitting a three-point shot going into halftime. That definitely gave us some energy. And then we were in the second half. They got the job done. They understood the moments that we've had in the past that maybe we didn't do our best in. I thought we handled those situations much better last night. And again, against probably one of the toughest teams we've played this year.
Yeah, and from just looking at Meade County surface level, of course, they can score the basketball offensively. So for you guys to hold them down and be able to score the way you guys did was pretty impressive.
I know. Most people are like, well, they gave up 64 points. Well, if you've been watching them, they've been scoring in the 90s and in the 80s. So they're a team that definitely likes to get up and down the floor. They got a 6'8" kid who's really, really good. I mean, he's special. They got a guard. Their number 4 guard, man, he's really talented. And they just got some good guys that can really shoot the basketball and play together. And I thought we did a good job of limiting them in transition. And after that first part there, we started contesting those shooters and getting into the gaps on defense. And again, guys were just making hustle plays and really buying into what we needed to do to win the game.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Well, apologies for cutting the interview short there with Coach Hinton. We'll try to finish that right there when we get to halftime. Get his thoughts on Crawford County. Got about 3 minutes left on that, so we'll try to finish that when we get to our halftime report. Meantime, it's time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's matchup, and we'll start with the homestanding Crawford County Wolfpack. They're 7-7 on the season, and they will go with Ian Sturgeon. He's 5'10" and a junior at guard. And he is averaging 7.2 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. Joining him in the backcourt will be Thomas Harper, a 6'2 freshman who's averaging 8 points per contest on the season for Crawford County. The third guard will be Braxton Bowman at 6 foot and a sophomore. He is the team leader in scoring, averaging 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals per game. He also averages 2.6 assists per game. The forwards are Landon Sines, who is 6 foot and a junior. He's averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds per game. And then senior Brody Fish is the other forward. He's at 6'3", averaging 4 points and 6 rebounds per contest for the Wolfpack. Head coach Jonathan Bowles in his first season back at his alma mater. They are 7-7. For Corydon Central, they'll go with their normal lineup. 3 guards, Grant Lindeman, 6 foot and a junior. Devin Murphy, 6'2 and a senior. And Jack Vessel, 6'4 and a senior. Lindeman averages 16 points per game. Murphy, 12.7 points. And Vessel, 16.3 points per game. Jack's also the leader in rebounds on the season. The forwards will be JoJo McCarty, 6'1 and a junior, averaging 5.5 points per contest to go with 4.5 rebounds. And Ben Groover, 6'3 and a junior. The other forward, 7.8 points and 5 rebounds per game. Head coach Joseph Hinton is in his 7th season at Corydon Central. Their record is 93-64. They're 11-2, averaging 66.7 while allowing 47.5 points per game. Crawford County averages 56 and allows 60.8 on average. The tip goes back to the Panthers. They have it. It's Vessel with it left side over to Lindeman on the right above the volleyball line. Crawford County comes out aggressive in a trap over to Murphy. Corner 3. Bangs that home from the right corner. And the Panthers get on the board quickly. Much better start than last night against the Meade County Green Wave at home. 3-0 Panthers on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. They're in the road black uniforms, white letters and numbers trimmed in old gold around the collar and the shoulders, as well as the thick stripe down the sides of the shorts with a Black Panther head logo on both sides. And the 3, the response there for Crawford County, a foul was called as the 3 goes down for Thomas Harper, the freshman. And it is going to be a foul on Landon Sines of Crawford County. Away from the basketball, that'll be the first on Sines, and that'll be the team's first as well. The Panthers also have the Panther head in black above the number on the back of the jersey. Corydon arched over the number on the front of the jersey in medium block letters. Crawford County in the home white uniforms, the brown letters and numbers, Wolfpack. The small block letters across the front of the uniform above the number. Also have the burnt orange and brown stripe. How about that? Grant Lindeman gets it right elbow, goes down low to Ben Groover. He lays it in right side glass. First 2 of the night for Groover. 5-3 now. Corydon in front. Here is Crawford. Bowman driving it down the left side of the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound underneath, and Sines is there for the putback for the Wolfpack. Tied it for the second time tonight. The Wolfpack also have the orange trim around the letters and numbers. They've got the orange over brown stripe on the side of the shorts that arch down to the bottom of the shorts, and then the brown paw print trimmed in orange on the right side of the shorts. JoJo McCarty gets it right side, drives it down into the paint, draws contact before he could get the shot up. He was in the act of shooting, though, as he was fouled, and Landon Sines just picked up a quick second foul for the Wolfpack. The junior at 6 foot picks up his second, and that'll be the team's second as well. Free throw is off the back of the rim for JoJo on his first attempt of the night. 6:23 to go first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. McCarty on the season, 67% on free throws, makes the second one, and he makes it a 6-5 lead for the Corydon Central Panthers here on the road at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Here's a pass that floats out of bounds. It came off of Harper, trying to go down to the baseline to Brody Fish left side. And it'll go to the Panthers, who are going from left to right here in the first half. Crawford County going right to left. Jack Fessel gets the inbound. He will jaunt up the court for the Panthers. Takes it to the right side volleyball line, down to the wing to McCarty. Slides it to Lindemann left side, into the mid-post to Fessel, 15 feet away. Back out to Grant, pulls up, 17-footer left side, off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped off of Gruber out of bounds. Right side of the basket, and Crawford County will get it back. Wolfpack control it in the front court. Landon Sines has it to the left elbow, bounces it out to Sturgeon on the wing. Ian Sturgeon drives down low, gets a fake, goes up, draws contact on this end of the floor. And the first foul on the Panthers tonight, it'll be on Ben Groover. That'll be his first as well. Ian Sturgeon to the line for Crawford County. The junior guard at 5'10", first one on the way, knocks that one home. Sturgeon on the season, at least coming into the weekend, has struggled at the line a bit, 60%, 24 out of 40 on the campaign. He makes that first one, second one on the way, knocks that one down. Sturgeon's got his first two of the night, and for the first time, Crawford County has nudged in front. That's the score now at 7-6 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. 5.5 minutes to go. A drive, and Fessel knifing through the defense to get that layup on the right side for his first two of the night. Panthers back in front, 8-7. Bowman responds quickly, though. Knocks down a 10-footer right side of the lane, and just like that, our third lead change. 9-8 Crawford County. 5:10 left here in the first. Fessel up the floor to Lindemann on the left wing. Over to Murphy, deep three right wing. That one's off the bottom of the backboard right side. Gruber, offensive rebound, put back off the glass, good left side. Ben's fourth point of the night. Back in front go the Panthers at 10-9. Up the floor, Bowman receives it between the circles from Harper. Bowman now has it below the volleyball line, kicks it over to Brody Fish on the right wing. He'll take it up top, bounce it over to Sines behind him on the right side. Down to the corner, a three on the way. That one's high off the rim, hits the top of the backboard. Thomas Harper missing that one. It will go over to Corydon Central on the carom with 4:35 left in the first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It's 10-9 in favor of Corydon Central. 4 lead changes and 2 ties already in this contest.
Good basketball game.
Fessel driving. Going to be called for the offensive foul. Ian Sturgeon was not set.
Don't think that was a good call.
And Jack didn't really go low enough to justify the shoulder being lowered, I should say. And foul's going to be called on Jack nevertheless. It'll also be a turnover on the Panthers. That's one on Fessel. That'll be the team's second of the quarter. Up the floor now, it's Sturgeon left side, gives it over to Brody Fish, throws it to Sines, but Fessel steps in. Here comes the tomahawk. Yeah, well, he caught a little rim on the way up, but he still got it to go down. Jack gets his fourth point of the night. 12-9 Panthers, and then a tie-up on the other end. Harper got it on the right side of the paint. Jack tied him up, so all of a sudden, even though he got called for the charge, Fessel making 2 plays there in the positive direction for the Panthers.
He's just so athletic. He's fun to watch.
And he just plays free out there, too. You can tell he doesn't think too much about things. He just reacts, and his athleticism takes over. Lindemann Hit it off of Sturgeon out of bounds off the inbound pass on the right baseline. Sturgeon did not like the call. He's shocked. And the Panthers get it on the turnover. Thomas Harper is out. Jonathan Bowles having a chat with his freshman wing there on the sideline. Substitution for Crawford County. They go to Ricky Mishkol, 6 foot and a junior at guard. Vessel up the floor, gives it up to McCarty on the left wing, up top to Lindemann, around to Murphy on the right side. Murphy gives it to Fessel, mid-range, 12 feet out, kicks it left wing to Lindemann, down to the short corner to Groover, throws a pass deflected to Fessel, above the free throw line jumper, spins around the rim and out. Mishkol comes down with the rebound for Crawford County. To Bowman, he'll charge up the floor, right block, throws it off the glass, left it off the side of the rim. Fessel with the rebound, throws it ahead. Murphy behind the back, got the ball knocked away, recovered it in the lane, kicks it back out to Fessel, who goes to Murphy left wing. He'll pull up for a short corner jumper left side, draws a foul as the ball bounces off the window. And that'll be 2 shots for Devin Murphy. The foul will be whistled on Crawford County. It is going to be whistled on Ian Sturgeon, the 5'10 junior. First on Sturgeon tonight, team's third of the quarter on the Wolfpack. 3:17 to go here in the opening quarter. First free throw is down the hatch for Murphy. He's got 4 points now. The lead is 13-9 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Hudson Withers is in for the first time for Corydon Central. 6'1 and a junior at guard. Free throw number 2. Murphy knocks that one down. Devin struggled with his free throws early in the season. And as of this game, he was only 1 out of 2 coming into the weekend, so he just improved his percentage greatly there with his 5th point. And then Bowman with a huge 3 from the top of the arc, getting his 5th point of the night.
He's a pure shooter.
It makes it 14-12 Panthers. 2:50 and counting here in the opening quarter. 14-12, Panthers up 2. Withers gets it along the baseline to the right, drives into the paint, throws up a fadeaway shot. It rolls around the rim and goes down. Rolled off the back, the front, and fell in for Hudson, his first 2 of the night. Everybody but Lindemann has scored so far for the Panthers. And then on the other end, Ricky Mishkol gets open in the left corner, and he buries a tray. So that cuts the lead back to 1, 16-15, 2:20 and counting first quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Vessel to Murphy left wing, fakes, drives in to get a closer shot, knocks down a 15-footer from the left side. Devin Murphy has 7 now early on. 18-15 Panthers had a fast-moving first quarter here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Back cut to Bowman, knocks down the jumper from 10 feet. Got the pass from Signs there in that right corner. Bowman's got 7 all of a sudden. The lead is back to 1 again, 18-17. Wolfpack definitely shaking off that loss at Orleans last night. Corydon doing a better job with their start tonight than they did last night against Meade County. Withers drives it left baseline, kicks it up to Groover to Lindemann, right wing 3. That one spun halfway down, fell out. Fish got the rebound. Groover poked it away for a moment, but Fish was able to hang on to it. Up the floor now, Sturgeon drives it right side, lost it on his way to the basket, and Corydon will get it on the miscue from the Wolfpack. Levi Richardson is in for the first time, 6'3 senior at forward. He'll replace Brody Fish, giving him a rest on the bench for the Wolfpack. Richardson's averaging 1.3 points and 2.2 rebounds. Incidentally, Mishkol, 3.8 points per game. Murphy gets a 3 loaded up right wing off the side of the rim. Richardson stepped on the baseline as he grabbed the rebound. And it will end up staying on the court inside of the court with 1:14 to go here in this first quarter. 18-17. Corydon Central leading Crawford County here in Marengo. The inbound comes to Fessel, right corner from Lindemann. Out to the wing to Groover. Ben inside, wide open Jack. He'll lay it in.
Nice pass.
Nobody around him. 6 now on the night for Jack. 20-17. We're down to the final minute here of the first quarter here from Crawford County. Signs with it off ball movement to Mishkol right side. Into the corner, Sturgeon. He'll throw it up to Bowman beyond the right wing. Bowman gets down to the arc, gives it to Sturgeon. Baseline, pulls up 15-foot jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound underneath to Groover. Groover up the floor now to Lindemann. Brings it across midcourt. 38 seconds to go. Lindemann has Mishkol on him. Backs it out to the half-court circle. The junior crosses over behind the back. Pulls up to the left elbow, pops it to Murphy right side. He'll circle around left side of the lane, goes up, shot blocked on the way up. Sturgeon might have gotten a piece of it, throws it up the floor to Mishkill, who gets it down to Bowman in the left corner. And Hudson Withers trying to save it off of Bowman, but it ends up going out of bounds into that left corner. And it will be Crawford County possession with 15.4 seconds to go here in the first. Surprisingly high-scoring game to start this one off.
Yeah, it's really it's surprising.
Both teams shooting at a high clip. Off the inbound, Bowman to Sturgeon, circles it around to the right side, bounces to Mishkill, back to Sturgeon, down to Bowman along the left baseline, pulls up, lost the ball inside to Richardson, threw it up at the horn, missed it, off the back of the rim, on the hook shot from 8 feet away to close out the first quarter. 20-17 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It's Corydon Central in front of Crawford County. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
For generations, Prosser has been at the heart of our community. We need you. The Prosser Alumni Association helps seniors who need transitional support, guiding them into jobs or career path and giving them the resources to succeed. Students can apply for scholarships in January at prosseralumni.org. Alumni, join us now. Be a member, donate, or sponsor and help mold the next generation of leaders. Visit prosseralumni.org. Prosser. Skills today, success tomorrow.
Second quarter getting started here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County High School here in Marengo, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. 20-17, Corydon Central leading on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Inbound to Jack Fessel, over to Grant Lindeman, right wing. Free throw line pass to Groover. Now Lindeman has it back between the rings. Grant gets a screen from Groover, takes it right side. Richardson switches on to Grant, gets inside, throws up a wild shot right side of the glass. Couldn't get it. Richardson comes down with the board for the Wolfpack. And now Crawford County trying to get set in their half-court offense. It's Sturgeon taking it to the right wing, bounces down to the corner now to Braxton Bowman. Bowman looking for the back cut, has it in there to Devin Decker. Ball got knocked away and stolen. Fessel running the other way with it. Ball gets popped loose. And here comes Crawford County with it. It's Bowman, pulls up for a three, right wing, left it off the side of the rim. Rebound to Sturgeon underneath, goes down to Decker, left side of the basket. Missed, got his own rebound, goes up, and the ball hits the back left side of the rim before it falls in for Devin Decker, who gets his first 2 points of the contest. 20-19 now. 6:52 left here in the second quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Crawford County trying to get a stop here. Murphy with it right wing, out front to Fessel. Jack driving to the basket, gets up a tough shot over Decker. Couldn't get it to go. Gruber, offensive rebound left side, lays it up and in off the window. That's 6 for Ben Gruber now. Second basket off of an offensive rebound here early. 22-19. The other way, baseline with it is Decker. Out to Sturgeon on the wing, back to Decker, left corner this time. Richardson gets it now on the left wing off the bounce. Levi Richardson looking inside, back out to the corner to Decker. Devin Decker, a senior at 6'1", playing guard for Crawford County, straight away to Bowman. Now to the left wing it goes to first-time appearance for Wyatt Hensley, 6 foot and a senior. He's out there as well. Now to Bowman, takes it left side of the lane, gets a turnaround, knocks it down from 10 feet. And Braxton Bowman now with 9 as he leads the Wolfpack and keeps this within striking distance, 22-21 with 5:48 left here in the second quarter. Fessel up the floor, Murphy with it to the right wing. To Withers, left side volleyball line. Down to the left side to Lindeman. Baseline out to Groover. Straight away to Withers. 3. Cash it in for Hudson. He's got 5 now. 25-21 with 5:28 left second quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Cross midcourt, Bowman with it left side into the corner to Decker. Fakes, drives to the rim, lays it up, left it short. Fessel reaches over to get the rebound on that left side. Up the floor now quickly. Out to Lindemann, left wing three. Splash it home! Grant Lindemann on the board for the first time tonight. Makes it 28-27. That's the biggest lead the Panthers have enjoyed so far.
It's great ball movement. They are moving that ball quick.
Here comes Crawford County. Decker driving left block. Threw it out to Sturgeon in the left corner, but Murphy got a hand in there and stole it. Devin Johnson up the floor to the right wing, takes it top of the arc. He'll step back for a deep three. That one's off the back of the rim. Gruber again, offensive rebound down low, lays it up, contact, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Missed it because of Levi Richardson's defense there. And Richardson will be the one charged with the foul here for the Wolfpack. That'll be his first and the team's first of the quarter on Crawford County. Richardson, one of the seniors on this Crawford County team, one of 4 seniors, in fact, for this Crawford County team this season. First free throw, off the mark there, missed off the back of the rim for Groover. Then on the season, as we have a lot of subs, 3 new faces for Crawford County. Decker, Richardson, and Hensley all go to the bench. Ben, by the way, 63% coming into the weekend on 12 of 19 at the stripe. Second one on the way knocks that one down. So Ben splits the difference, 1 out of 2. He's got 7 points now, 29-21. Corydon has scored 7 straight. Meanwhile, the lineup now is Ian Sturgeon, Braxton Bowman, as well as Landon Sines, who catches it left at the top of the key, and Jonathan Bowles calls timeout. Also out there along with Thomas Harper as well as Brody Fish. 4:30 to go second quarter, 29-21, Corydon Central in front. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corydon has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812-738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corydon. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
Real country, pure country.
96.9 WKLO, Hardinsburg, Corydon, Paoli.
Had to get that station ID in there, being top of the hour. So Crawford County comes out of the timeout with it. Mentioned before, Landon Sines, Ian Sturgeon, Braxton Bowman, as well as Thomas Harper and Brody Fish on the floor for the Wolfpack. Sturgeon with it right side, gives it to Bowman down on the wing. Back out to Sturgeon between the circles. Left to the top of the key to Harper, into the corner now it goes to Fish. He'll take it up to the left perimeter, just under the top of the arc, out to Bowman. Turns, hands it off to Landon Sines, down to the right corner to Sturgeon, baseline to Fish, out to Sturgeon, right wing 3. That one off the glass and the rim, no good, but Fish gets the rebound and kicks it back out to Sturgeon straight away. Bounce to Bowman, left to the top of the key at the volleyball spike line. Gets a screen from Fish, drives it right side, throws it off the glass, and got it to go down.
I tell you, Bowman's having a heck of a night.
Well, Joseph Benton said everything, 80-90% of their offense probably goes through him. Well, that's been the case so far. 29-23. Bowman just got his 11th point of the night. Lindemann fires a 3 right wing. That won't go. Rebound tipped around, and Fessel comes away with it eventually. Top of the key. Drives it down inside. Tough shot in there. Off the mark for Lindemann. Rebound tipped up. Groover can't get it to go. And the Wolfpack finally get the rebound, but it took forever for them to finally get possession on their side. Bowman with it. New face for Corydon Central. Hunter Seacat, 6'1 junior out there, joining the lineup with Jack Fessel, Ben Groover, JoJo McCarty, who's returned, and along with Grant Lindemann on the floor as well. And I think Bowman just got another basket off the back door.
Did it again, Riley.
13 for Bowman. 29-25 with 2:43 to go second quarter. Fessel receives it from Lindemann front court up top to Seacat. To Groover right wing, down low to Jack. Somehow navigates the defender and lays it off the glass anyway. He dropped it, had to pick it back up, and then he was able to kind of maneuver his way around to get that basket on the right side. 2:20 left, second quarter, 31-25. Lindemann going to be called for contact out front on Ian Sturgeon. A foul on Grant. That'll be his first of the night. That'll be the first on the Panthers here in the second quarter. 31-25, 2:18 left, second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Inbound to Sturgeon. He holds it just below half court. Over to Fish, right side, takes it above the left elbow. Now straight away to Bowman. Dribbles right, gives it over to Harper. Three, off the back of the rim, too strong. McCarty tips the rebound away, races it up the floor, pushes off, and then he lays it in. He got away with one there.
Yeah, he did.
That was obvious.
That was
way more obvious than that previous call there on the charge. But JoJo gets his third point, so not much you can do about it now if you're Crawford County. Bowman controls it in the front court. He'll settle it down. This has been, we knew Crawford County wanted to play fast. We didn't quite expect the speed of the game to be at this pace.
Did not expect it to be this fast. It's been really, really interesting to see how well they're playing both ways.
I give the Wolfpack credit. They've come out with a lot of good energy tonight off that loss. Bowman gets it stolen from him in the front court. Up ahead to Fessel, spins in the lane, missed the layup. Groover tips it up off the glass, and it goes down.
I tell you, Ben Groover's having a heck of a night.
He is.
He's got 6 rebounds, and 5 of them are offensive.
Steady diet of glass out there. Makes it 35-25 with 57.6 seconds to go. Foul in the front court. JoJo McCarty will be tagged with this one on a reach-in. That'll be the first on JoJo, second on the Panthers. 57.6 seconds to go in the second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Seacat is out. Back into the lineup is Devin Murphy. Bowman off the inbound, has it half-court circle. Panthers are going to try to throw a run and trap at him. Kicks it into the corner to Sturgeon. Sturgeon just below the wing, bounces to Fish, left elbow, back out to Bowman. Left wing three on the way, off the side of the rim. Fessel up for the rebound, grabs it. His head was level with the rim there for a second.
He gets up.
And now he loses it in the front court from Sines, and Coach Bowles able to call timeout. Landon Sines able to get the steal as Jonathan Bowles gets the timeout with 28.8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 35-25, Panthers up by double digits. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
28.8 seconds to go till halftime. The Panthers back out with their original starting five. And that being, of course, Lindemann, Murphy, Fessel, Groover, and McCarty. Crawford County returns to the floor with Thomas Harper, as well as Ian Sturgeon, Brody Fish, Braxton Bowman, and Landon Sines. Bowman has it in the backcourt. He has to bring it across the timeline. Does. Left side. Throws it past Sines. Murphy had it. He lost it. Saves it, or so he thought it. Joseph Hinton able to get the timeout with 16.2 seconds as Murphy was trying to navigate the so-called tightrope there on the sideline.
He was on one foot.
We're going to keep it here since we're that much closer to halftime. Coming up, we do have our halftime report. We'll complete the interview with Coach Hinton from the pregame. The last 3 minutes there previewing what he expects to see out of Crawford County tonight. His team up by 10, 35-25 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium tonight. The JV contest went the way of the Panthers 41-32. Cam Smith's team winning, and I think Cam almost burned every time out by the third quarter in that game. A little bit up and down for the JV. They managed to score the last 6 points of the night, though, after leading by 3. It looked like we might go to overtime. There were 3 minutes to go in that one.
Yeah, that was a good basketball game, too. This was equally good so far.
No, it's been a lot faster than the JV game
Very
for
fast.
sure. Here's Lindemann with it right side. Bowman all over him, but Lindemann gets inside, throws it off the glass, and it rolls in.
Smooth.
Inbound to Sturgeon. Three-quarter court shot is up. Missed it left side of the glass to close out the first half. Grant Lindemann caps off the first half for the Panthers with the 2 to give Corydon Central a lead of a dozen at halftime here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Coming up, our halftime report. We'll have first half stats and analysis. If we have time, we'll let you know about other scores around the area. And we'll, again, finish the interview with Coach Hinton from the pregame as well. All of that coming up at halftime with Corydon Central in front of Crawford County, 37-25 here at the break. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
At First Harrison, the banking butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. First Harrison is here to make it easy for local business owners with real estate loans, construction loans, SBA loans, lines of credit, treasury management, and merchant services. You will get competitive rates and fast local decisions. The banking butler, it's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Yeah, and of course, now you turn around tonight, you got a rivalry game here on the road with Crawford County, so there's no let up in the schedule with this. As you look at this Wolfpack team coming in, Joe, what stands out to you about them?
You know, any type of Crawford County team, ever since I've known Crawford County to be a school, they've always played extremely hard. They always focus on defense and a lot of chaotic situations happening, and they really attack the glass. You know, you're going to get the hardest version of basketball anytime you play them because they're going to go absolutely nuts when you play. I mean, they're going to go after every loose ball, every rebound. When it comes to them this year, you know, they got a really special player out of Braxton Bowman. You know, I mean, he's 27.9 points or something like that in scoring. They got a really good guard on Sturgeon, and they got some good role players, you know, whether it's the Fish kid or whether it's the Decker kid, it doesn't matter. They play extremely hard, and they all do really well at certain things. But our main focus tonight is going to have to be to find a way to control Bowman, know where he's at all times, and try to get him to where he's not the one making the plays and the one not making the decisions.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, too. Even though he scores a lot for them, he's also a willing passer if he has to be, and he does a great job keeping his teammates involved, too.
I mean, trying not to throw out a random number, but I mean, it's almost like he's 80 to 90% of their offense. He's either creating for somebody or he's creating for himself. And that's a really special player to have to play against. And we have to understand that. If we can get the ball out of his hands the best that we can, I think that'll be a really good option for us tonight. You know, if we're making the other ones make the decisions, it's not just about making him give the ball up. It's about him not touching the ball in general. Because when he touches the ball, good things happen. So you see that, obviously, throughout the games this year. They're a much better Crawford County team. They've already won, I think, 7 games this year. I know Coach Bowles personally. He does a tremendous job, and the kids are really playing hard for them. So you got to understand that when you're playing a team on their home court, especially with a rivalry that's as deep as Corydon and Crawford goes, I mean, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be definitely a test and a battle, and we're going to make sure that the win last night doesn't stop us from improving tonight.
No doubt. And as far as the Panthers go coming in, everybody available, ready to roll tonight?
Absolutely. They're all healthy and ready to go. They're excited to get out there again. You know, we got to keep this rocker rolling. We got a tough schedule here in January coming up, but again, it's all for the betterment of getting us battle ready and battle tested for that March season coming up. So they're ready to go, and we're ready to go.
Well, that was Joseph Hinton before the game tonight, and what he said has basically come true as far as Crawford County is concerned tonight. The Wolfpack really pushed the Panthers early on. There were 4 lead changes early on in this contest, and the Wolfpack able to get the lead, only for Corydon to get it back. It went back and forth there over the early part of this game, and it was an explosive scoring to open. It was explosive scoring rather to open this game tonight. As the Panthers hold the lead by 12, they went on a 15-4 run to close out that first half and lead at 37-25 here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. 2 ties along with those 4 lead changes in the first half for the Wolfpack here tonight and the Panthers. Let's look at the scoring and shooting for Crawford County first. And to nobody's surprise, Braxton Bowman is the leader in scoring so far. He has 13 points to his credit, a couple of 2s and a 3 there in that first quarter. He made a couple of really nice turnaround shots for the Wolfpack as well throughout those first 2 quarters. He scored 6 in the second quarter, so he has 13 points so far to lead Crawford County in that particular category. Meantime, it's been a balanced effort around him, but Bowman is certainly going to need a couple of guys to step into the fray and help him out a little bit. The next 2 leading scorers each have 3 points. That would be Thomas Harper and Ricky Mishkel. Mishkel coming off the bench and burying a 3 there in the first quarter. Harper, the freshman, came in and he knocked down a 3 there in that opening quarter as well. I think he actually got the first basket of the night, or second basket of the night for Crawford County. So Harper with 3 and Mishkel with 3. Devin Decker, a basket for 2 in the second quarter. Landon Sines also got a 2-point basket in that first quarter. Ian Sturgeon knocked down a couple of free throws early in the contest. And so Sturgeon, Sines, and Decker all with 2 apiece for the Wolfpack. Brody Fish, Levi Richardson, and Wyatt Hensley have all seen time on the court. None of them have scored. The Wolfpack were 6 of 11 shooting in the first quarter, 4 out of 10 in the second, 10 out of 21 in total in that first half, 47%. 3 out of 8 from behind the arc. They were 3 of 4 in the first quarter, but then cooled off to 0 for 4 in the second quarter to go 38% on 3 of 8 in the first half, and then they made both of their free throw attempts in that first quarter of play. As for the Panthers in the first half, almost everybody who played scored in a very balanced effort for Corydon Central. Ben Gruber, the leader in scoring in the first 2 quarters, had 9 points. And a lot of work on the offensive boards. I think 3 of his 4 baskets came on offensive rebounds there in that first half. He made 1 of 2 free throws in the second quarter, so Ben had 9 in that first half. Jack Fessel with 8 points, 6 in the first quarter, 2 in the second. All 2-point baskets for Jack so far tonight. Devin Murphy had all 7 of his points in the first quarter, knocked down a huge 3 to start things off tonight for Corydon Central. He made 2 free throws and got another basket for 2 on a mid-range shot. So Murphy has 7. Grant Lindeman and Hudson Withers each added 5 in that first half. Hudson had a 2-point shot in the first quarter, knocked down a straightaway 3 in the second. Lindeman buried a tray in the second and a 2 as well in that second quarter. So Grant has 5, as does Hudson Withers. Meantime, JoJo McCarty, the other Panther who has scored 1 of 2 free throws early on for JoJo, and then he knocked down a basket for 2 there in that second quarter on a steal that he took the other way. So McCarty has 3 so far. Hunter Seacat has played but has not scored for the Panthers so far. They were 8 of 14 shooting in the first quarter, maintained that pretty well in the second, going 7 of 14. 15 of 28 shooting, a really impressive 54% from the floor so far. The Panthers are 3 out of 8, same as Crawford County from long distance, 38%. And they're 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, 3 of 4 in the first quarter, and 1 of 2 in the second quarter, 67% in the first half. It was 20-17 at the end of the first quarter. Panthers led, and they did a better job defensively in the second quarter, outscoring Crawford County 17-8 to take the lead at 37-25 at halftime on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Rebounding going to the Panthers so far, 12-9 over Crawford County. The Wolfpack had 4 offensive rebounds in that total of 9. Sines had 2 offensive rebounds to his credit in the first half. Brody Fish, 2 rebounds, 1 offensive. Levi Richardson snagged 2 defensive rebounds. 1 offensive rebound for Devin Decker, 1 defensive rebound for Ian Sturgeon, as well as Ricky Mishkel. And as for Corydon, 12 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end. Ben Gruber had 6 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive glass. All the offensive rebounds going to Gruber in that first half. Jack Fessel had 3 rebounds. Grant Lindeman, Devin Murphy, and JoJo McCarty all garnered 1 rebound apiece. Lindeman had his on the offensive glass. Crawford County, 8 turnovers in the first half, 3 for Corydon Central. The Wolfpack dished out 3 assists on 10 made baskets in that first half. Sturgeon, Bowman, and Sines all had 1 assist apiece. The Panthers had 6 assists on 15 made shots. Gruber had 3 to lead the way there. Fessel with 2 helpers, and Lindeman had 1. So we'll take one more break, and we'll get you ready for the third quarter with Corydon Central leading 37-25 over Crawford County. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
We're about to start the third quarter here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County High School here in Marengo, along with our statistician and analyst Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Thank you for joining us tonight here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online, WKLO969.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, WKLO 96.9, as well as on your Alexa. Wolfpack basketball to start the third quarter. They'll go from left to right here in the second half. Corydon Central from right to left. Wolfpack in the home white uniforms, brown letters and numbers trimmed in the burnt orange with the burnt orange and brown trim on the jersey. Down low, Brody Fish tries a reverse layup left side, missed it off the window, and Jack Fessel is there to absorb the rebound for the Panthers. First shot attempt of the night for Fish. Crawford County back out there with their starting five: Sturgeon, Harper, Bowman, Signs, and Fish. Fessel has it top of the key, drives it right side around Sturgeon. He took him right to the basket and laid it in. Jack gets his 10th point. He's the first Panther in double figures tonight. 39-25 now. The Panther run is now 17-4, dating back to the second quarter. Bad pass from Sturgeon to Murphy, up ahead to Fessel, then to Lindemann, who lays it up, missed it off the right side of the glass from the left side, overextended on that layup. McCarty tried to get the offensive rebound, but fumbled it out of bounds. Crawford County will get it back.
Panthers off to a good start.
Carrying over the end of that second quarter. They finished strong in that first half. They're in the black uniforms, white letters and numbers trimmed in old gold, the old gold trim on the jerseys as well. Crawford County working it around to the left wing, and that's Fish with it. Tried to go to Sturgeon. Groover stole it. He goes the other way. Ball gets stripped away from him out of bounds, but apparently Sturgeon and Bowman, between the two of them, one of them was able to knock it off of Ben out of bounds, according to the official, and Crawford County will take over. So that'll be the fourth turnover against the Panthers here tonight. 39-25, 6:45 left here in the third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. In the front court now, Signs has it left wing, goes down to Fish in the corner. Fish will throw it to the corner now, and that's where Bowman gets it. He'll take it up to the wing, hemmed in on the sideline, out to Signs at the volleyball line. Down to the high post. A layup missed from Fish underneath. He got it from Harper, and the rebound to the Panthers. They'll race it the other direction. McCarty gets it down on the baseline left side. Foul on the floor. And the foul will be on Brody Fish of Crawford County. That will be the first against Fish tonight. First on the Wolfpack here in this third quarter of play. 6:14 to go third quarter. 39-25 Panthers in front. Here's Fessel getting it inside. Easy layup there for Jack right in front of the rim. He's got 12 now. 41-25 Panthers on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, coming down to 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Fish off the ball movement, gets it to the left baseline. Tried to throw it out to Ricky Mishkol, who checked in during that last dead ball. And now Sturgeon right back in there. He'll replace Fish in the lineup. Coach Bowles just trying to give his senior some encouragement as he's going to the bench there for the Wolfpack.
A lot of miscues right now for
Crawford. Well, they didn't have many turnovers in the first quarter, but all of a sudden Corydon started getting steals there in that second quarter, and then they started getting out on the run on their terms.
Yeah, they're playing their game right now.
Lindemann driving it into the paint, out to McCarty, right perimeter. He dribbles, turns, gives it back to Jack Fessel. Jack spins into the lane on Sturgeon. They're going to call the offensive foul. You know, that one's not as controversial as the first one. I think Sturgeon was a little more squared up that time. That foul on Jack will result in a turnover. The offensive foul is the second on Fessel tonight. Team's first on the Panthers. That's 5 turnovers now against Corydon in this matchup tonight. Signs gets it left side to Sturgeon inside the arc on the left. Back out to Signs beyond the perimeter. Left elbow to Sturgeon. Takes it down low on Groover. Somehow got the shot up. It rolled around the rim, fell out, and the rebound comes down to Jack. Vessel racing it up the floor out to Murphy, right wing. He'll line up a deep three. That one caroms off the back of the cylinder. Mishkol able to grab the rebound left side of the perimeter. Up the floor quickly now. Bowman to the left wing. Drives it down to the baseline. Gets up a 12-foot shot. Buries that one. 15 points for Braxton Bowman. He trims the deficit back to 14 at 41-27. 4:50 left here in the third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Lindemann and McCarty front court, drops it off on the drive down low, and the layup for Jack Vessel from the right side of the basket for his 14th point. 43-27, 4:35 left in the third. Bowman up the floor of the sideline. Lindemann going to be called for a reach-in. He didn't like the call very much, but Grant will be nailed on this one. That'll be 2 on Lindemann now, second on the Panthers here in this third quarter. Inbound will come from Signs right next to the Crawford County bench. Back to Sturgeon in the backcourt. He gets around Lindemann, takes it to the top of the arc. He'll drop it off to Mishkol on the left wing, down to the corner for a three, and Harper buries that one. Thomas Harper. And we've got a delay of game warning against Crawford County. So Harper gets the three. That's the first one he's made since the first quarter. He makes it 43-30, 4:23 left here in the third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. And here's a drive. Ben Groover getting hit as he was driving, trying to kick it out to Murphy in that right corner. And the Panthers will reset. Ricky Mishkol will check out. Devin Decker returns to the contest for the Wolfpack. Incidentally, Harper coming in to the weekend, 8 out of 15 from behind the arc on the season. Murphy gets in for a short-range shot, missed it off the back rim. Rebound Lindemann. He goes up, and he draws contact. So Grant will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foul will be on Devin Decker of Crawford County. There was a foul called before on Thomas Harper. That was his first. And this one on Decker will be his first, team's third of the quarter. Lindemann knocks down the first free throw. Makes it 44-30. Grant, an excellent free throw shooter with his 6th point of the night. Came into this weekend 89%, 34 of 38. Knocks down both of those. So he's got 7 to his credit. 45-30 with 4 minutes to go halfway through the third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Sturgeon across midcourt right side. Takes it down to the wing. Bounces up top now to Harper. Around to Bowman left side. Pulls up left elbow. Got a little bit of contact on the jump shot leaning toward the basket. And he'll draw the foul on JoJo McCarty of the Panthers. The junior forward will pick up his 2nd of the night. Team's 3rd here in the third quarter with 3:51 left. Wolfpack about to send Levi Richardson into the contest for the first time here in this second half. Free throw for Bowman on the way. He knocks that down. 70% on the year for Braxton Bowman coming into this weekend. 90 out of 129 on the year. Landon Signs is out. In for him is Levi Richardson. First free throws of the night for Bowman. He just got his 16th point on that made free throw there. Make it 45-31 with 3:51 to go here in the third. Second free throw short. Rebound tipped. Groover tips it to Fessel. And now it's Lindemann with it into the front court quickly. Takes it to the left wing. Shovels it down to the corner to Murphy. He'll drive it 10 feet away from the basket. Pitches it out to Grant. Long 3 left corner. Cash that one in. Grant Lindemann's 2nd tray of the night. He's now got 10 points in this one, and it's about as quiet a 10 points as he could possibly have.
Devin did a good job finding him.
48-31 now. Here's Sturgeon. Short shot outside the right block. Fadeaway was short off the side rim. Rebound to Groover. Then quickly up the floor. Hudson Withers in there. Fires right wing 3. That one rolls off the back of the rim, and a foul on the rebound. Oh, my. That's going to cause some controversy on the Panthers side. And Groover is going to be called for a foul here. I've gotten a little Kind of falling a little awkwardly there. He's kind of walking a little funny coming off the floor there. That'll be the second on Ben. That'll be the team's fourth of the quarter now. And here's Crawford County. Bowman with it left side, drives it toward the glass, throws up a 10-footer off the window, and he knocks that one down.
He has great concentration as a shooter. He doesn't lose sight of what he's going to do with that ball. When he sees that rim, he's going for it.
Just tallied his 18th point with that. 48-33, 2:46 left here in the third. Fessel with it in the front court, drives it left side, left it off the side of the rim, didn't get turned around all the way. The rebound to Harper. Won't get it up the floor. Bowman now brings it up for Crawford County. Into the corner he goes to Decker, drives baseline, and going to be a foul on the Panthers for a reach-in. Either way, it's going to be two shots. Evan Bennett in for the first time for the Panthers, 6'4" and a junior. That'll be his first. And that's 5 on the Panthers. They've reached the limit on fouls for the quarter. Decker at the line. Came in averaging 7.5 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. Buries that first free throw. The Wolfpack will send in 2 subs here. Decker's got 3 points now on the night. It'll be Harper and Richardson out of the lineup now for Crawford County. Brody Fish and Landon Signs return out there with Harper, Bowman, and Sturgeon. Second free throw, Decker hits it off the front rim, but it rolls in. He's not been great at the line, 52%, 15 of 29, but he got both of those. And he gets his 4th point to trim the margin down to 13 again at 48-35. 2:20 left here in the third. Withers driving it left baseline. And there is a foul there. Withers was falling down, but Sturgeon's going to be called for contact on the arm. Interesting call there. That'll be the second foul on Sturgeon. Team's 4th on Crawford County with 2:17 to go here in the third. 48-35 Panthers on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Inbound to Withers left wing, hands it to Lindemann. Why not another one from long range? Grant Lindemann buries another one for his 13th point of the night. 51-35. We get down to 2 minutes to go here in the third. Hand off to Bowman in the front court from Signs. Takes it left wing down to the baseline. Decker, his jumper off the side of the rim. Fessel able to corral the rebound at the free throw line. Gives it to Lindemann. Breaks it up the floor. And a reach-in is going to be whistled here on Devin Decker for Crawford County. The foul on Decker is going to be his second of the night. That'll be the team's 5th of the quarter, so it will result in a 2-shot foul automatically for Grant Lindemann. Grant has come to life offensively here in this third quarter with 8 points, has 13 on the contest now. Fessel has 14 to lead the Panthers. Free throw up and good for Grant. He's now made 3 of 3 at the line tonight. 52-35, 1:47 to go here in the third. Devin Decker is out of the lineup. In for him is Thomas Harper. So the original 5 out there for the Wolfpack. Ian Sturgeon, Braxton Bowman, as well as Thomas Harper and Landon Signs to go along with Brody Fish. The second free throw was also good for Lindemann. So now he has 15 tonight. And he has 10 here in this third quarter. 53-35, a minute 38 left here in the third. A steal. Bowman lost it from Withers in the front court. Up ahead to Fessel. Tomahawk this time, and he didn't even need the rim. Jack thunders it home for his 16th point and makes it a 20-point game, the largest lead the Panthers have had tonight. Fish, front court right side, down to the block, and the shot will be waved off. Won't matter a whole lot, though. Evan Bennett going to be called for contact against Thomas Harper. We'll go to the line. He'll get 2 shots now. 6 points for Harper on the night. Harper on the season coming into this weekend free throws, just 2 out of 4 on the season. Very small sample size for him as far as that goes. First free throw up, it spun halfway down, fell out from left to right. So one more shot here to try to knock this down to a 19-point contest. 1:21 to go third quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Free throw number 2 is in the air, and he rims that one in this time from right to left. Harper has 7 now, 55-36, Panthers in charge. Fessel quickly up the floor, almost got ahead of himself there on that crossover, lost it for a moment, got it back, goes to Lindemann left side. He'll charge into the paint, draw contact. I don't think they're going to count the basket. They're going to call this on the floor, but that's okay. Foul is going to be on Braxton Bowman. That's the first on the sophomore star for Crawford County tonight. 2 shots coming up for Grant Lindemann, who has come to life here in this quarter. That one, a little Plinko action on that. Got a rolled.
Go ahead.
Got it rolled around the rim and bounced, and then it just kind of fell through there.
Grant kind of just shook his head like, oh, okay, I'll do better on this next one. He didn't like that one too well, even though it went in.
He had the feathery touch on it, just like he did there. The only difference is that one went straight through. So Grant makes both. Hunter Seacat back on the floor for the Panthers. He replaces Murphy in the lineup now. So it's Fessel, Lindemann, Bennett, Withers, and Seacat out there. 55 seconds to go third quarter, 57-36, Panthers in front. Largest lead of the night now is 21. Wolfpack working around, a lob pass from Harper to Sturgeon, right to left, down low to Harper. He fell down on the left block after he caught the pass. He's called for the travel. Evan Bennett showing great sportsmanship there, helping him up. This game has really turned into Corydon's kind of game here. Crawford County has just simply had trouble trying to contain this Corydon offense, which is high-powered. Panthers came in averaging 66.7 points per game. Lindemann goes down. Bowman steals it, and Grant may have rolled that ankle.
He's got an ankle problem. He grabbed that ankle immediately.
I mean, he was definitely writhing a little bit, but he's definitely walking gingerly, but he's putting weight on it, though. Bowman will get the 2 there. Good to see him walking off, but, man, that was kind of an awkward buckle he took there.
Caught his toe or how he did that, but as soon as he hit the floor, he grabbed that ankle.
Bowman took advantage of it, laid it up and in on the other end off the right side window. So Bowman gets his 20th point of the night on the freebie there.
Bowman's just unbelievable tonight. He's playing great.
Averages 26 points a game. He's got 20 now. JoJo McCarty onto the floor now for the Panthers, out there with Withers, Seacat, Bennett, and Fessel. Jack gets it down low to Bennett. It goes behind him, and Evan loses it beyond the left side of the basket. 15 seconds to go. Bowman up the floor, throws up a prayer right wing. That one spun around, fell out. Withers grabs the rebound. He'll run it up the floor. Hudson goes coast to coast, tries to lay it up, can't get it to go. Bennett gets the rebound, and he gets fouled as he goes back up with it off the right side. Same side that Withers missed his shot. And Evan Bennett's going to get to go to the line for 2 shots with 4.3 seconds to go in the quarter. The foul is on Thomas Harper of Crawford County. That will be his second. Evan will get 2 shots here. The first one for the junior is up, and he knocks it in for his first point of this contest. Bennett, 4 out of 6 at the line coming into this weekend. First point of the night for Bennett. 58-38. Landon Sines is out. And then for him is Levi Richardson. Second free throw rattles in for Bennett. His first 2 points. Lead is 21 with 2 seconds. Bowman quickly at the floor to Harper. Long 3 right side. Misses off the right side window to wrap up the third quarter of play here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. The Corydon Central Panthers are in command of this one, 59-38 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, heading into the fourth quarter of play. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Fourth quarter getting started here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium here on the campus of Crawford County High School in Marengo. Along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Grant Lindemann still on the bench, being attended to after falling at half court, appearing to twist that ankle there a little bit. And Hudson Withers out there with him. Goes high post. Oh, my goodness. Ben Groover at the free throw line going backdoor pass to Jack Fessel, and he threw it down on the right side of the rim. Wow. A Skywalker right there. 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The lead is now 23 at 61-38 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Bowman left wing with it off ball movement to Fish. Back to Bowman. 3 left corner off the right side of the rim. Rebound tap. Bowman trying to save it, but was unable to do so and almost took out Brandon Miniard after that from the Corydon Democrat under the basket. But it will be Corydon Central basketball after that. Inbound comes to Fessel. And Jack bringing it up with Sturgeon guarding him one-on-one. Sturgeon doing a pretty good job on him up the floor. Jack dribbles right wing, lost it behind him, got it back. It goes to Hudson Withers on the left side volleyball line. To McCarty, down to the wing, gets it to Groover inside. Gives it up to McCarty on the cut down the middle. JoJo goes down. And
pile up down there.
Threw a foul there himself.
A couple of Crawford players on the floor.
Ian Sturgeon was one of them, and Thomas Harper was the other. Harper's going to be called for the foul this time. Thomas Harper, Braxton Bowman, and Ian Sturgeon all out on the floor, along with Landon Sines and Brody Fish. That's the lineup for the Wolfpack now as the free throw is up and good for JoJo McCarty. Third on Harper as far as fouls. First on the quarter on Crawford County. Ricky Mishkol will come back in for the Wolfpack. He'll replace Thomas Harper in the lineup. Mishkol, 6 foot and a junior at guard. Second free throw for JoJo. He knocks that one in. McCarty's got 5 now. And we got a timeout on the floor with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 63-38 in favor of Corydon Central here at Crawford County. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corydon has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812-738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corydon. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
Are you looking for top quality Crestone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crestone in DePaul. At Davis Crestone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality Crestone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crestone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
7 minutes to go here in this fourth and final quarter of regulation here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium here on the campus of Crawford County High School here near the town of Marengo. 63-38 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Corydon in front. Grant Lindemann sitting at the end of the bench there. I think I saw the athletic director, Chris Broughton, who's also the girls basketball coach, bring a bag of ice over. So might just be keeping Grant out for the rest of the night out of precautionary reasons. Sturgeon, a deep three, hits it from the left wing out of the timeout. And Ian Sturgeon's first field goal of the night, his 5th point. That lead is down to 63-41 with 6:36 left in the court. Fessel driving left to right in the front court, gets inside, a little Euro step move, missed it, got his own rebound, stuck it up and in. Why not stuff the stat sheet a little more for Jack tonight? His 20th point on that tip-in.
He just hangs in the air so long up there.
65-41. Here's a three from Mishkol, left corner. Couldn't get that to go. Rebound down to Hudson Withers, and a foul on the flyby there. Foul will be whistled on Crawford County's Landon Sines, his 3rd and the team's 2nd here in the quarter. So Mishkol not able to connect on that 3. Connected on one early back in the first quarter. Inbound from Fessel to Groover in the backcourt. Then will get the chance to bring it across the timeline. Does so and bounces to Withers, right side. That pass a little off, but Hudson able to gather it in. Down to McCarty in the corner. Dribbles up to the right wing. pitches it to Murphy now, right at the top of the arc. Handoff behind him to Fessel. Jack will hold. 5:54 left in the fourth. Over to Withers, left wing three. Splash!
Oh, nice shot.
Hudson Withers with his 8th point. And now, up the floor, Fish with it right side. Make it 68-41 Panthers. And then Bowman casually knocks down a jumper from the right baseline to make it 68-43 after that.
He is a pure shooter. I've said that before, but he shoots the ball so well, so smooth.
22 points now. Murphy drives it from the right wing, gets inside, layup missed. Good defense for Crawford County. Rebound to Fish. Tried to throw it up the floor, went off of Mishkel's back out of bounds into the Corydon bench, and so the turnover gives it back to the Panthers now. Murphy trying to make the smart play there, going inside. Just a lot of traffic made the shot a lot more challenging in there. Inbound from Withers to Murphy, left wing. Straight away to Fessel, top of the arc. Jack going one-on-one with Sturgeon. Backs it out now to the right wing. Looks for Groover inside, lobs it to him. Fish right behind him. Back to Fessel, fires a right wing or right elbow jumper. That one's off the front of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath between Groover and Fish. And I think Ben's the one who's going to be called for the personal this time. It will. And that foul on Groover is going to be his third. Yeah, his third, and that'll be the team's first of the quarter. 5:03 to go, fourth quarter, 68-43. Corydon Central still well in command here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Led by as much as 27 in this one. It was an intense back-and-forth game early, but since that second quarter, it's basically been all Panthers. Mishkel getting it from Sturgeon from right to left wing and burying the tray. Ricky Mishkel with his 6th point of the night, both on threes. Down to a 22-point game. Murphy trying to counter. That three rattles in and out left corner. Bowman comes down with the board, races it up the floor, left side, drives in, shot block Fessel. Decker came back in, saved it under the basket, out to Signs in the left corner, took it up to the wing, throws it out to Bowman. One-on-one with McCarty, drives baseline, and JoJo's going to be called for contact there. The junior forward, that'll be his 3rd foul of the night, team second here in the fourth quarter against the Panthers. So Crawford County will be able to inbound under their own basket.
Timeout.
And we got a timeout with 4:22 to go, fourth quarter.
Crawford County.
Crawford calling the timeout. 68-46 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Panthers in front. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Morgan's Auto Salvage has been serving the community for many years and have been in the car business since 1984. Morgan's Auto Salvage has late model car, truck, and now carrying semi-truck parts. Can't find a part? With Nationwide Locator, you can find any part you need for your car, truck, or semi. Located on North State Road 37 in Paoli, Indiana. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check out their Facebook page at Morgan's Auto Salvage. For questions, call 812-723-2121. Let Morgan's Auto Salvage experience go to work for you.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
4:22 left here in the fourth quarter, 68-46. Corydon Central leading Crawford County on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. From the W of Crawford on the left baseline, Ian Sturgeon set to trigger the inbound pass. He could not find anybody open, and he will be called for a 5-second violation. So the turnover gives it back to the Panthers. And first quarter turnovers weren't a big issue for Crawford County. They've been an issue on and off really over the last 2.5 quarters, though.
They've racked up quite a few now.
And that plays right into Corydon's hands, as we know. The Panthers, and Coach Bowles said beforehand, we can't turn it over because if we do, they'll make us pay for it. And now the Panthers about to turn it over inside. Coach Bowles able to get a timeout. Ben Groover lost control of the ball down low. Ian Sturgeon trying to get it. Timeout Crawford County. 4:05 to go fourth quarter. 68-46. It is Corydon Central in front of Crawford County. And this will be a full timeout. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Are you looking for top quality Crestone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crestone in DePaul. At Davis Crestone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality Crestone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crestone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
4:05 to go here in the fourth quarter here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium here in Marengo on the campus of Crawford County High School. Crawford County, coming off the loss to Orleans last night, came in on a 3-game losing streak, and much to their dismay, it looks like it's going to become a 4-game losing streak here for the Wolfpack. For the Panthers, they're looking for back-to-back wins. They came into this matchup having won 6 of their previous 7. They lost to Floyd Central on January 8th, last Thursday, 66-55 on the road, then bounced back to beat Meade County out of Kentucky at home last night, 75-64. So looking for the weekend sweep here in January. Ball movement has it to Sturgeon, left wing, up top to Bowman. His 3 off the front rim. Sturgeon had the rebound, but
Jack came flying in from behind.
Yep, a lot of contact there. And Fessel will be the one charged with the foul. That's the 3rd on Jack now, and that'll be the team's 3rd of this fourth quarter. Inbound will come from Sturgeon from the O of County, right baseline, straight away to Mishkel for 3. That one rolls off the left side of the rim. Going up to grab it is Ben Groover getting the board for the Panthers.
It's 10 for Ben tonight.
He has been great on the glass. He and Jack both, really. Groover 1 point away from a double-double. Here's a drive. Murphy left side gets it off the glass and good. That's 9 on the night for Devin Murphy. 70-46 Panthers. 3:24 left in the third. Bowman the other way with the floater left side. Can't get that to go. Rebound loose on the floor. And trying to get possession between Bowman, Groover, and McCarty on the floor. And the arrow will favor Crawford County this time. Bowman with 22 points on the night. Mishkel will check out of the game now for the Wolfpack. Landon Sines is in there along with Devin Decker, as well as Thomas Harper, Braxton Bowman, and Ian Sturgeon. Inbound comes to Bowman on the right side. He'll take it top of the arc. Bowman will back it out to the half-court circle. Now he'll take it right side. One-handed pass to Sturgeon. Drives baseline. Pulls up from 14 feet away. Missed it off the front of the rim. Fessel able to go up and snag that rebound along the right baseline. Up the floor quickly to Groover. Drives left side. Layup off the side of the rim. But there was a bump there for sure on the drive. And the foul will send Ben to the free throw line for 2 shots. All he's got to do is make at least one of these, and he'll have a double-double tonight. Yeah. 3:01 to go in the fourth. Foul on Devin Decker of Crawford County. That will be the 3rd on Decker, team's 3rd of the quarter. Free throw on the way for Groover. There it is, his 10th point of the night. To go with those 10 boards, 71-46 now with 3:01 to go fourth quarter. Wolfpack will send Brody Fish in there along with Wyatt Hensley.
Yeah, Ben's got 5 offensive, 5 defensive.
Jack Fessel out. Evan Bennett back in. Hunter Seacat also back onto the floor now for the Panthers as well. Second free throw. That one hits the back of the rim, rolls off, and the rebound down to the pack. And Brody Fish able to grab that. Groover goes 1 of 2 there. 2 out of 4 on the night now on free throws. 71-46, 2:48 left in the fourth quarter. On the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, Bowman in the front court, right wing to right corner to Thomas Harper. The freshman back to the sophomore, Bowman. Dribbles left, gives it to Sturgeon, fires a 3. That one off the back rim. It hit the top of the backboard, and it went high enough that it's constituted out of bounds. Corydon will get the possession here. Inbound from Groover to Hudson Withers, out there with JoJo McCarty, Evan Bennett, and Hunter Seacat, who's back out there. Seacat 6'1" and a junior, Bennett 6'4" and a junior for the Panthers. Groover gets it right wing, straight away. Withers 3, almost got it, and then he got hit as he shot it. Braxton Bowman's the one who put him on the ground with the foul there, and that'll be the 4th foul of the quarter on the Wolfpack, 2nd of the night on Bowman. So that'll be 3 shots coming up for Hudson Withers, who already has 8 points here tonight for Corydon Central.
He got nailed hard. Knocked him all the way to the floor. Couldn't believe he made that much contact, but he sure did.
And that one was pretty close to going in, just hit the front of the rim. Hudson unable to connect on the first free throw. He does make the second. He entered this weekend 9 out of 12 at the free throw line. It's his 9th point with that free throw, makes it 72-46 Panthers. And he makes the third, so 2 out of 3 for Hudson. 5 in the quarter, 10 on the night. 73-46 ties the biggest lead that Corydon has had here on the road tonight at 27. 2:12 and counting here in the fourth quarter. It's Harper to Bowman, tries to save it left sideline. He lost it out of bounds, and the Wolfpack with another turnover. Levi Richardson back onto the court now for the Wolfpack, I should say, as Brody Fish will check out. It's become overwhelming for Crawford County tonight.
17 turnovers is what I got now. That's unofficial, but
it's going to be right around there no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, that was a dangerous pass. Gruber trying to go cross court to Withers, and that pass was just flat. It should have been stolen.
Cross court too. On top of that,
yeah. And Coach Hinton's like, "Don't do that. Do this," showing him how to do that. Never want to forget your fundamentals. Gruber off the inbound, almost lost it. Able to get it back, gives it to Seacat, kicks it to Withers in the left corner. Fakes, lines up a three, left that one a little short. Rebound fought for, and Wyatt Hensley able to come away with it for the Wolfpack. Hard-fought rebound there. Up the floor with it in the corner. Bowman drives to the left side of the lane. That shot spun around, fell out. Rebound to Gruber. About a 10-footer there for Bowman. Minute and a half to go, fourth quarter. Panthers up 27. McCarty to Withers. Left to the top of the key. Right side to Seacat. Drives it right elbow. Bounces to Bennett along the left baseline. Goes up with a shot. Oh, no. Offensive foul is going to be called. And it appears the one who took the charge is down, and that is Thomas Harper. He took a hard hit there on that drive that Evan Bennett tried to make there. That's the second foul on Bennett. That'll be the team's fourth of the quarter, a turnover as well. And I don't know if Harper hit his head. That's what it appears happened there. But, man, you hate to see that. And he is certainly feeling that hit right there as the athletic director and girls head coach Chris Broughton comes out to help him out along with Jonathan Bowles. So Bennett picks up his third foul of the night, actually. I thought it was his second. It is his third, though. Not sure where the other one occurred. I don't know if that happened in the first half and I missed it, but Bennett's only played in the second half, so I'm not really sure where that other foul came in, but both teams have 4 now in the quarter. 1:19 to go here in the fourth. Here's a pass head from Sturgeon and to Mishkel, and his three is an air ball right corner. Gruber has it. Runs it up the floor. And a layup inside Seacat. He gets that one right side for his first 2 of the night. 75-46 with a minute to go in the fourth. Bowman to the left corner, gets it down low to Richardson. Ball knocked loose. Ball knocked away a second time. Stolen. Bennett up the floor to McCarty. Over to Withers. Lays it in right hand, left side. 12 on the night now for Hudson. The lead is 31. 77-46. Bowman, right elbow jumper. Stuck that one. Man.
He's phenomenal.
24 for Braxton Bowman. McCarty, left wing. Just slung it over to Seacat, up to McCarty. 3. Oh, it rimmed out on him. Straight away. Rebound, Richardson. Lost it out of bounds. That should be Corydon basketball. That's a rare three-point attempt for JoJo.
Yeah.
It almost went in.
It looked good.
Almost got it. Believe it or not, that was his 5th attempt of the season. He's now 2 out of 5. So he's actually not been too bad from the outside this year. Inbound to Gruber into the basket, out to Bennett, 3 right wing. That one's rimmed in and out. Withers grabs the offensive rebound, and he'll back it out with 13 seconds to go, and all the Panthers have to do is run out the clock. They led by 31 just a few moments ago. They'll get out of here and avenge the loss they had 2 years ago here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. 77-48, the final score, as the Corydon Central Panthers run away with the victory here tonight at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County High School. And that being the final score here tonight. Again, the final on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. The Corydon Central Panthers win it over Crawford County 77-48. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser in New Albany. It's never too late to level up your life. Whether you're changing careers or finishing your education, Prosser Adult Education offers affordable classes to help you earn workforce readiness, improve your skills, or train for a high-demand job. Visit ProsserCareers.com or call us at 812-542-8508 to get started. Prosser Adult Education. Your future, your move.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Real country, pure country.
96.9 WKLO, Hardinsburg, Corydon, Paoli.
Well, it was all Corydon Central, really from the probably about the midway point of the second quarter on. Once the Panthers got a 10-point lead in this contest and led it 35-25, from that point on, they outscored Crawford County 42-23 the rest of the way. And the Panthers, with the victory tonight, avenging the loss they had 2 years ago when they suffered the upset 39-37 against the Wolfpack in a game where they just flat out got outplayed and out-hustled all throughout the course of that night. But this one was a dominating performance, again, mostly from the second quarter on tonight for the Panthers. They go on to win this one going away 77-48 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard here tonight at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County Crawford County High School here in Marengo. Welcome to our Davis Crushed Stone postgame show tonight here from Ron Ferguson Gymnasium, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. It's a great win for the Panthers tonight. They sweep the weekend. They've now won back-to-back games after the loss to Floyd Central a week ago on Thursday. Corydon Central now 12-2 on the season. Should have mentioned in pregame, they are actually tied for 14th in the latest rankings in Class 3A. So the Panthers now go to 12-2, and Crawford County falls below 500 to 7-8 on the season after taking the loss tonight. The Wolfpack have now lost 4 straight games. It is the first time this year, in fact, that Crawford County has been below 500 this year under Jonathan Bowles, the 2010 Crawford County graduate. His team reeling just a little bit after taking 2 big losses by double digits this weekend, losing at Orleans last night 62-35, and then tonight 77-48 at the hands of Corydon Central. It also means that Crawford County gives up 70 points for the first time since December the 5th, and it's also the most points the Wolfpack have given up all season long. To go along with that as well, it also marks the 4th straight game that the Wolfpack have failed to reach the 50-point mark in a game as well. As for Corydon, it's the first time they've given up less than 50 in a game since January the 7th when they defeated Rock Creek Academy at home 75-47. The Panthers have been doing very well defensively this season, giving up an average of 47.5 points per game. So they end up giving up right around their average tonight in this win here on the road, and they surpass their season average of 66.7 points per game to go along with that as well. Overall, a good effort tonight. Grant Lindemann, unfortunately, going down with what appeared to be potentially an ankle injury. Could also be another injury of some kind there around the foot area as well, but hopefully Grant will be okay. Definitely did not play in that 4th quarter for the Panthers, even though he had a huge 3rd quarter and was certainly instrumental in the Panthers building up that lead in that 3rd quarter, rather, to put some distance between themselves and the Wolfpack here tonight on the road. So Corydon Central with a big win. And in the series now, looking at the notes here, they have now won 9 of the last 10 over Crawford County and are now 10-9 against the Wolfpack here in Marengo, dating back to the 1993-1994 season. I thought Joseph Hinton was making his way up here. Now he's up there at the top. Well, now he's going to climb down just like a professional here. So I guess we could start going over Crawford County scoring here, but not sure how much we're going to be able to get into it. But Braxton Bowman ends up leading the way in scoring tonight, so we'll at least start with the scoring for Crawford County. Bowman ends up scoring 24 points for the Wolfpack here tonight. And Bowman had 13 in the first half. He scored 7 in the third quarter, 3 twos and 1 of 2 at the free throw line. And then Bowman able to score 2 baskets there in the fourth quarter, including a really nice jumper from the right elbow there at the end. So he ends up with 24. He was clearly the leading scorer tonight for the Wolfpack. Thomas Harper had 7. He scored a 3 in the first quarter, 3 and 1 free throw on 2 attempts in the third quarter. Harper was 7. Ricky Mishkal, 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth. He had 6 points tonight. Ian Sturgeon, 2 free throws in the first quarter, made a 3 in the fourth to get him to 5 points. Devin Decker with 4, 2 in the second quarter, 2 free throws in the third quarter to get him that total of 4. And then Landon Sines with the 2 in the first quarter as he scored 2 points tonight. Brody Fish, Levi Richardson, Wyatt Hensley, they all played but did not score tonight for the Wolfpack. Head coach Joseph Hinton joins us now in our Davis Crushstone postgame show. The Panthers get the win tonight, 77-48 on the road over Crawford County. And well, a good all-around effort, a game that went back and forth early on, but the second quarter, it seemed like that's where you guys really got control, and it started with you guys getting deflections and steals on the defensive end, turning that into quick offense on the other side.
Yeah, we just had to get our hand on passes. I mean, we were pressuring a little too much, letting them drive by us, and we weren't staying solid in our stunts. So that was a big talk. We went to some zone there throughout the game, worked on some different traps, worked on some different things that we need to work on. And ended up slowing them down a little bit more than they did in the first. I mean, they were hitting about everything they threw up there in the beginning. It felt like some of it was poor defense and some of it was them just getting hot. So you got to expect that. They're playing on a home court. They're coached really well. You got to expect that, especially in a rivalry game like this. And, but couldn't be more proud of the way they came out there after that first quarter. They didn't let it get them down. I told them, I said, I don't care about the score. We got to keep working on what we need to work on. So that was the big MO for the team throughout the game.
Well, and you mentioned Bowman and trying to lessen his impact on the game, trying to keep the ball out of his hands. And he made a lot of things happen with it in his hands in that first quarter. And that obviously opened things up for other guys too, because sometimes you had 2 guys coming at him and then he'd find the open guy and they'd be getting good looks out there. So had to make that adjustment. Guys did a great job with that in that second quarter.
What do you end up with, 24?
24, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're not extremely happy with that number, but I thought we did a much better job on him in the second half. He's a tremendous player. And his field goal percentage had to be pretty decent tonight because he made a lot of tough shots on us as well, some contested jumpers and different things. And that's what you got to expect, especially someone who's scoring the ball the way he is this year. But again, I thought we did a much better job of knowing where he was at in the second half. I thought we made other guys make decisions or put up the shots, and that's why we were able to, hold them off there in the end.
Well, you got the lead up to 12 by halftime, and then in the third quarter, you guys kept your foot on the accelerator there again, started getting some steals going out in the open. But then in your half-court game, you guys were able to get to the lane a lot more and were able to find guys off cuts coming down to the basket as well, and that created some opportunities for you guys around the rim as well.
We just got to have movement. We told the guys everyone's got to be a part of it. Something about last night was it felt like no matter who the 5 was on the court, I felt like we played as a 5. And everybody was productive and everybody was doing things. And when we get too stagnant, that's when we start to hurt ourselves. So I really did think that our ball movement really helped, our player movement. I thought we actually set some really good things up there and found some good people and situations. And, at the end of the day, it's basketball. If we can do that together, we're a pretty tough team to beat. We definitely have some things to work on. But after last night, the type of game we played, you can't be too upset with the outcome of tonight.
Yeah, and I thought your shot selection, especially there over the last 2.5 quarters or so, was much better, too. You guys were able to get more of the shots you wanted there, but then because of the way you were running your offense, you were able to get those good looks that you usually get.
Absolutely. I mean, just having that misdirection in there, having different plays, being able to run pig a couple times, something that we struggled with in the past, getting those backdoor cuts and looking for people coming up on the shot. I thought we did a good job of finding each other and played some unselfish basketball there in that second half. And, when we do that, we're pretty fun to watch. We're pretty fun to coach. So we just need to understand that. I think in the beginning it was kind of a shell shock moment a little bit, and we started going off the script too much to where, we're too much one-on-one. It's an interesting fact. The more you put the ball on the ground, the less assists you get.
Right.
And then the points don't come with it, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, overall, again, couldn't be more proud of the guys. Tough weekend. We just had a tough weekend. We're having another tough weekend next weekend, and that's it. We're in the trenches right now, and we just got to keep fighting and working through it.
Yeah, absolutely. It get a sweep on the weekend is huge too, and of course, third quarter, Grant really stepped up for you guys. Was able to get to the free throw line, knock those down, hit a couple of threes, and then unfortunately he went down at half court there, right around the end of the third quarter. There, tough to see that, and looked like he was able to put some weight on that foot there coming off, but obviously had to get some ice on that too.
Yeah, we're praying for him. Couldn't happen to a worse player. It's like he is such a good kid and such a good player and important to us, and it was an unfortunate thing that happened. It looked like he got bumped a little bit and his foot got stepped on, but we're praying for him. We know that he's going to do everything he can to get rehab back. Hopefully it seemed just like maybe a low-grade sprain, and he'll be back and ready to go. He was walking on it and doing pretty good. He's a super tough kid. I mean, he's a joy to coach, and we hope that he gets back healthy for us coming up in these future games.
Yeah, and of course I noticed he didn't come in fourth quarter, so holding him out for precautionary reasons at the very least. But Hudson went in there, gave you guys really good minutes all the way around, even with Grant out of the lineup, and he did a great job continuing to keep the offense moving and really added to your continuity tonight there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think everyone that played tonight gave a lot of positive minutes and did a lot of great things. And that's what we're trying to work towards. We're trying to get a better rotation in, guys coming in off the bench, minute here, minute there, trying to get, some rested legs. And, again, I really thought that they all did a good job. Made some good cuts, made some good hustle plays, definitely played together. Withers, when he hits shots, he's electric for us. It's adding another thing to our game. But I thought everybody that was in there tonight did a good job.
Well, now you guys have a little bit of time to rest for the rest of the weekend, but then you come back next week, and it's a doubleheader in conference play next week. Thankfully, both games are at home, though. Salem on Friday night, and then Charlestown comes in on Saturday. Salem much improved from where they've been the past few years. Charlestown as good as they've been under Matt Lynch, so it'll be a challenge. And, of course, now it's back into league play again, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have our goals and eyes set on bigger things, and we understand that getting into conference play here is super important. You're playing for a championship. You're playing for that ranking there, and, we got some things to get back here. Salem was unfortunate for us last year, and then we know how good Charlestown is, and we got to just stay focused on the task and what we're wanting to achieve during this season.
No question about it. Well, it's a great win. The Panthers finished the weekend sweep tonight with the 77-48 win over Crawford County on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard as Corydon Central heads into next weekend getting ready for conference play. So, Joe, appreciate the time at postgame as always, and we will see you all next Saturday when Charlestown comes to the Panther Dome.
Awesome. Thank you guys for covering us. It's nice to talk to you guys again. We really appreciate it as a community when you guys do what you do. You guys do a tremendous job. So thank you guys. And as always, go Panthers.
We appreciate that. Thank you, Joe. Corydon Central wins tonight. JV game also goes to the Panthers 41-32 over Crawford County as well. So both teams get the win tonight here on the road at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Let's go over the shooting now for Crawford County. We started with the scoring there before. Bowman had 24 points to lead the way for the Wolfpack tonight. They end up shooting 8 of 24 in the second half after shooting 10 of 21 in the first half. So Crawford County goes 18 of 45 tonight for 40% from the floor. They were 3 out of 10 from behind the three-point line tonight in the second half, 3 of 8 in the first half. So you add it all up, they go 6 out of 18 from behind the three-point arc tonight, 33%. Free throw shooting, 6 out of 8 tonight, 75% for Crawford County here at home. For the Corydon Central Panthers tonight, very balanced effort, 4 in double figures tonight. Jack Fessel was the leader in scoring. He had 20 points to pace Corydon Central tonight here on the road. Jack had 8 in the first half, and then he scored 8 in the third quarter, including a one-handed slam on a tomahawk there on a breakaway. So Jack ends up leading the way in scoring tonight. He had 4 more in the fourth quarter to go with that. Grant Lindemann, before what looked like a sprain there, hopefully, like Joseph said, it was a low-grade sprain at worst, so we'll have to see about that. Grant was walking and putting weight on that ankle there, walking off the floor, so hopefully that's a sign of good things to come for Grant. He had 5 points in that second quarter, 6 out of 6 on free throws in the third quarter, made a pair of trays as well, so he had 17 points for the Panthers tonight. The third double-figure scorer was Hudson Withers. He ends up with 12 points in this one tonight. He had 2 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter on a tray. He bombed home another tray in the fourth quarter, made 2 out of 3 free throws, and then got a breakaway layup for good measure to wrap up his scoring, as he had 7 in the fourth quarter. He ends up tallying 12 tonight for the Panthers here on the road. Ben Groover had 9 in the first half, 1 out of 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. He finishes his night with 10 points, the fourth double-figure score. Devin Murphy was very close to double digits. He had 7 in the first quarter. Didn't score again till the fourth, but he did get a driving layup for 2. He ends up scoring 9 tonight, does Devin Murphy. JoJo McCarty had 5 tonight, 3 in the first half on 1 of 2 free throws and a basket. And then JoJo sunk both free throws in the fourth quarter. He finishes his night with 5 points. Evan Bennett, 2 free throws in the third quarter, 2 points for him. Hunter Seacat had a basket for 2 on a drive in the fourth quarter for the Panthers. Everybody who played scored tonight. They were 12 out of 24, the Panthers in the second half shooting, and end up 27 out of 52 tonight. That was good for 52% here at Crawford County. The Panthers made 3 out of 7 from behind the arc in the second half. They end up shooting 6 out of 15, a pretty good 40% from beyond the arc tonight. The Panthers were just 4 out of 6 on free throws in the first half. They knocked down all 8 of their free throws in that third quarter, made 5 out of 7 in the fourth. So they made 13 out of 15 at the stripe in the second half. They knocked down a really nice 17 out of 21 for 81% here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium tonight. It was a very competitive game early. 20-17 was the score at the end of the first quarter, with Corydon Central in the lead. However, the Panthers stretched that lead out in the second quarter, outscored Crawford County 17-8 to make the score 37-25 at halftime. 22-13 Panthers in the third quarter. They led 59-38 heading into the fourth. And in that fourth quarter, the Panthers outscored Crawford County 18-10 to give us our final score of 77-48 here tonight inside Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. Taking a look at rebounding tonight, it goes to Corydon Central 28-15 over Crawford County. The Wolfpack had 5 offensive rebounds among that 15 total that they had in this contest. Brody Fish finished with 4 rebounds tonight for the Wolfpack. He had 1 offensive rebound in that total. Landon Sines, 2 offensive rebounds, same for Devin Decker. Brody Fish and Ricky Mishkill both had 2 rebounds on the defensive side tonight. Ian Sturgeon, Thomas Harper, Braxton Bowman all had 1 rebound apiece for the Panthers tonight, for the Wolfpack tonight, rather. All of those came on the defensive side of the court here at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. 15 rebounds and a total of 5 offensive tonight for Crawford County. As for the Panthers tonight, 28 rebounds, 10 of those on the offensive end. Ben Groover, double-double tonight for him, 10 points and 12 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds for Ben. Jack Fessel had 8 rebounds, 1 on the offensive end, 4 rebounds for Hudson Withers, 1 offensive. Grant Lindemann, 2 offensive rebounds tonight. JoJo McCarty, 1 rebound on the defensive end. Evan Bennett had 1 offensive rebound for the Panthers tonight. The Panthers had 3 turnovers in the first half, 4 in the second half. They finished the night with 7 total turnovers. Crawford County had 8 turnovers in the first half, 9 in the second half, 17 turnovers tonight for the Wolfpack. 6 assists for the Wolfpack tonight in total on 18 made baskets. Ian Sturgeon and Braxton Bowman had 2 assists apiece. Landon Sines and Ricky Mishkill both ended up with 1 assist tonight. The Panthers dished out 15 assists on 27 made baskets. It was Ben Groover who led the team in assists tonight with 5. Jack Fessel had 3. Lindemann, McCarty, and Withers all dished out 2 assists apiece. And Evan Murphy had 1 helper as well for the Panthers, who go on to win it 77-48 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. We'll take one last quick break, and we'll wrap things up with our Davis Crushstone postgame show after this. You're listening to Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online, hchin.org.
A good win tonight on the road for Corydon Central. They sweep the weekend with the victory over Crawford County tonight, 77-48. The Panthers now 12-2 on the season, and they are going to be back home for both games next weekend. They'll host Salem on Friday night in Mid-Southern Conference play before Charlestown comes to visit on Saturday. We'll be there Saturday night with the matchup against the Pirates right here on 96.9 WKLO. Crawford County takes their 4th consecutive loss. They will be back here again next Friday. They'll take on the Tell City Marksmen with a 6:30 JV start, varsity around 8. And then the Wolfpack have a PLAC matchup on Saturday, January 31st, when the Perry Central Commodores will visit right here at Ferguson Gymnasium. And as for us, our next broadcast will be Tuesday night. Rivalry night coming up here on 96.9 WKLO. The North Harrison Lady Cats are going to be heading to Corydon to take on their arch rival, the Corydon Central Lady Panthers, in their annual meeting. The Lady Cats will look to pull off the road win against their county and conference rivals. Grace Goldman will lead the Lady Cats in her last regular season matchup against the Lady Panthers. Goldman will need her team to rally together with Olivia Brown, Bree Beach, Carly Chapman, and the rest of the crew as well. The Lady Panthers are searching for consistency as they get closer to sectional play. Unfortunately, they took a loss at Madison this afternoon, 64-40 against a potential sectional opponent. So the Lady Panthers will be looking to rebound on Tuesday night. Paisley Teeter and Reese Withers have been the primary drivers of the team this season from a scoring perspective. The rest of the team has been coming together and contributing more consistently as the team has been battling injury, and they get closer to the end of the regular season as well. They'll look to continue their recent dominance in the rivalry over the Lady Cats as well, and it could be the first of 2 matchups between the Lady Cats and the Lady Panthers. Join us for our Davis Crushstone pregame coverage on Tuesday night around 7:15, JV at 6, varsity around 7:30 from the Panther Dome in Corydon. And we'll be back here at Crawford County next Thursday night as well over on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. Orleans will face Crawford County. 6 o'clock start for the JV Thursday night with the varsity around 7:30 and pregame coverage around 7:15 over on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. As we close up shop for the night, we'd like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for their support of our broadcast. Harrison County Hospital, Denny's Carpet, and Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services in Corydon, Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany, Bender Lumber, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage in Paoli, and Davis Crushstone in DePaul. Most of all, thanks to you for listening to our Corydon Central boys basketball broadcast tonight. Once again, the final score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, Crawford County falls to Corydon Central 77-48. The Wolfpack now 7-8 on the year. Corydon Central 12-2. Panthers hosting Salem on Friday, while the Wolfpack will host Tell City that same night. We thank you for listening to our broadcast and for tuning into our postgame coverage presented by Davis Crushstone, located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your crushed stone, lime, and aggregate needs, call Davis Crushstone at 812-347-2707. For our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton saying have a great night and a great weekend from Ron Ferguson Gymnasium on the campus of Crawford County High School here in the town of Marengo. We'll talk to you again Tuesday night from the Panther Dome in Corydon. For girls basketball, the rivalry resumes as North Harrison will visit Corydon Central. JV at 6 on Tuesday night. Varsity will start around 7:30. Our Davis Crushstone pregame show will start around 7:15. This reminder on the way out, keep your heads held high, love each other, be a light in your community, and may God bless America. Thanks again for tuning into our broadcast tonight. You've been listening to coverage of Corydon Central Panthers basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
This broadcast on Real Country 96.9 WKLO has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Davis Crushed Stone, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Denny's Carpet, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, Prosser Career Education Center. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Real Country 96.9 WKLO, keeping our